Amara Obi was drunk. Not very, just enough to think kissing a handsome stranger at the New Year's countdown was a good idea. 10:98, she approached the man in the dark suit. 7:65, he turned his head, eyes met hers. "For 3-2 Happy New Year," she said. 1 and kissed him. The club exploded in celebration. Fireworks, screams, music pulsing. And when they separated, he was smiling. Not a kind smile, a predator smile who'd just found something interesting. "Do you know who I am?" he asked. "Should I?" "Most people in Seoul would know. I'm Tae-hyun, and you just kissed the most dangerous man in Korea." Amara thought he was joking until the next morning when she woke to 12 security guards outside her apartment and Tae-hyun sitting in her living room saying, "We need to talk about that kiss." Amara was an English teacher at Seoul Foreign School, Nigerian. Been in Seoul for 4 years. Came to teach, stayed because she fell in love with the city. New Year's was a party in Gangnam Club Octagon. Her friend Marcus convinced her. "You work too hard one night. Just have fun." Amara drank. Not much. 3 drinks, just enough to feel brave. Midnight approached. Everyone is looking for someone to kiss at the countdown. Stupid tradition. But Amara had been alone for 2 years. Why not? She saw him across the VIP section, tall suit that probably cost more than her 3-month salary, handsome in a way that should be criminal and alone. Also looking, their eyes met. Impulsive decision. Amara crossed over. 10 seconds to midnight. "Hi," she said. "Hi," he responded, deep voice, interest in his eyes. "Do you have someone to kiss at midnight?" "No." "Want to?" He smiled. "Dangerous." "Beautiful." "Yes." Countdown began. 10:98, Amara moved closer, heart racing. This was crazy. She didn't do things like this. 7:65, he turned completely toward her. Total attention. Like, she was the only person in the packed club. "For 3-2 Happy New Year," Amara whispered. 1, she kissed him. It was not a normal kiss. Electric, intense. He kissed like a man who knew exactly what he was doing. Hand on her waist, firm, possessive. When they separated, the club was exploding. Fireworks, music, people screaming. But Amara, should I? Most people in Seoul would know. I am Im Tae. The name sounded familiar, but Amara couldn't place it. "And you just kissed the most dangerous man in Korea." Amara laughed. Thought it was a pickup line. Dangerous how? Like the son of the man who controls half of Seoul's underworld. Like the heir to an organization people fear to mention. Like a man who never lets anything he touches escape. Still sounded like a pickup line. Dramatic. But Amara was drunk enough to find it entertaining. "Okay, Mr. Dangerous. Nice meeting you." She turned to leave. His hand caught her wrist. Gentle but firm. "Your name?" "Amara." "Amara." He tested it. "You're going to regret kissing me, Amara. Or it'll be the best decision of your life. I don't know which yet." Dramatic, she said. But something in his eyes made her feel it wasn't drama. It was a warning. Amara. Left. Found Marcus. "I kissed someone at midnight. And he said he's the most dangerous man in Korea." Marcus froze. What was his name? Im Tae-hyun. "Why?" "Amara, you kissed Im Tae-hyun. Who is son of Im Dong-wook, the Phantom King, the man who controls organized crime in Seoul without anyone being able to prove it. And the son is worse. Violent, ruthless. People disappear when they cross him." Amara felt her blood freeze. "You're joking." "No. And you need to leave now." They left the club. But when Amara got home, she felt something was wrong. Next morning, she discovered what? She opened the door. 12 men in black suits in the building's hallway. All turned when she appeared. "Ms. Obi," one said, "Mr. M is waiting inside." "Inside my apartment?" "Yes, ma'am." Amara entered, heart in her throat. Im Tae-hyun was sitting on her sofa like it was his jeans, black shirt, messy hair. Still absurdly handsome, still absolutely terrifying. "You broke into my house," she said. "Technically, the building manager let me in." Still breaking in. "So, sue me." He smiled. "But first, we need to talk about that kiss. It was just a New Year's kiss. Doesn't mean anything to you, maybe? To me, it means you're the first person in 5 years who touched me without fear. And that interests me. I was drunk. You were brave. There's a difference. Amara crossed her arms. What do you want? Dinner tonight with me? No, that wasn't a request. It was information. I don't have dinner with criminals. My father is a criminal. I'm complicated. Tae-hyun stood, approached, and you already kissed me. Too late to pretend moral superiority. It was a mistake. It was fate, and I don't ignore fate. He left a card on the table. 8 o'clock, I'll send a car. Wear something nice. And if I refuse, then I show up here every day until you accept. And my 12 guards in the hallway will make your neighbors very curious. He left and Amara stood with the card. And the feeling she'd kissed the wrong man, or maybe terrifyingly the right one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you want to find out what happens when you kiss Seoul's most dangerous man and he decides you're his, stay until the end. Comment and subscribe. Amara shouldn't go, but curiosity and 12 guards in the hallway that her neighbors definitely noticed convinced her. 8 o'clock, car arrived, black Mercedes, driver opened the door. The restaurant was not a restaurant. It was a penthouse. Private view of Seoul Tower. Tae-hyun was waiting. Different suit. Same intensity. You came, he said. You didn't give me a choice. There's always a choice. You chose to come. Dinner was prepared by a private chef. Wagyu truffle wine that probably cost more than her rent. Why me? Amara finally asked. You could have any woman. Could. At all would be afraid of me or want my money or pretend not to know who I am. Tae-hyun drank wine. You kissed me without knowing who I was, without calculating, without fear. When was the last time someone saw me as just a man? You're not just a man. You're son of a criminal. Heir to violence. Man who makes people disappear. He smiled without humor. I know what I am, but for a moment at midnight, you didn't know. And you treated me like a human. And now you know and you're still here. So either you're very brave or very stupid. Maybe both. Tae-hyun laughed. Real surprising. I like you, Amara Obi, more than I should. They talked about logos and Seoul, about teaching and what he did which he didn't specify. But Amara understood. Do you kill people? She asked directly. Killed? Not anymore. Now I have people who solve problems. That's not better. It's more practical and less personal. He studied her. Does that scare you? It should. But does it? Amara thought. She should be terrified. But Tae-hyun didn't feel dangerous. He felt controlled, intense, but not threatening. You wouldn't hurt me. She said no, but you'd hurt others if I need to. Yes. So, how does this work? I have dinner with you and pretend you're not who you are. You have dinner with me and accept who I am and decide if you can live with it. And if I can't, then you at this man who everyone feared, who'd broken into her apartment, who was offering her choice while making it clear he'd prefer she choose him. This is insane, she said. Most worthwhile things are. I need time. Take it. But I'll be here waiting because that kiss at midnight, that changed something. And I don't ignore things that change me. 2 months. Amara and Tae-hyun were something. Not official, but dinners, conversations. He never pushed, just showed up consistently. Then Marcus was attacked, beaten, hospitalized. Amara ran to the hospital. What happened? Gambling debt, Marcus said through a split lip. Bet with the wrong people. Can't pay. How much? 50 million won. Amara didn't have it. Not even close. They're coming back in 3 days, Marcus said. If I don't pay, they kill me. Amara called Tae-hyun. I need help. He appeared in 20 minutes. Listened. Who does he owe? Gang and A1 Snake Brotherhood. Tae-hyun, S expression darkened. They're a problem. Don't respect territory. Don't follow rules. Can you help? I can pay, but that puts Marcus under my protection and under my debt. What does that mean? Means he owes me. And eventually I collect. Amara didn't like it, but Marcus was dying. Do it. Tae-hyun solved it. In 2 hours, 50 million paid. Snake Brotherhood backed off, but there was a price. Your friend works for me now. Tae-hyun said. Nothing illegal. Accountant cleans my legitimate businesses. But he has worked for me for 2 years. You bought him. I saved him. There's a difference. Marcus accepted. Relieved. Alive. But Amara saw it. The pattern. Tae-hyun helped. And slowly people became trapped. Are you trapping me too? She asked that night. No. Then why are you still here? Because you kissed me at midnight, and since then all I think about is kissing you again. He kissed her. Not like at the club. Slow, deliberate, promising everything. I'm falling in love with you, he admitted. And that terrifies me because people I love are in danger. Why danger? Because I have enemies and they use weaknesses. And you're my biggest weakness now. Amara felt her heart race. So, what do we do? You decide. Stay and accept the danger. Or leave and stay safe. I'll protect you either way, but I'd rather protect you close. She should leave. Every rational part of her brain screamed to run, but her heart whispered. Stay. I need to think, she said. Take your time, but Amara, I don't give up easily, especially not on you. The best is coming. Don't leave now because what happens next will test everything. Subscribe so you don't miss it. 3 months. Amara admitted to herself. She was in love. Then the kidnapping happened. She was leaving school. Black van, 3 men, mouth covered, dragged, woke up tied, dark warehouse, a man in a suit appeared. You're Im Tae-hyun's weakness, and weaknesses are vulnerabilities. Who are you? Chang-woo, rival to his father, and I'm going to use you to force the Im family to cede territory. Amara felt terror. He won't negotiate for me. He will because he's in love, and love makes dangerous men stupid. 12 hours Amara tied up. No water, no food. Then an explosion. The door burst open. Tae-hyun entered. Not alone. 20 men were armed. But he went straight to her. Cut the ropes. Are you hurt? No. But close your eyes. Why? Close them. Amara closed. Heard. Screams. Gunshots. No, but violence. Sounds of impact. Then silence open. The room was empty except Tae-hyun and his men. Sang-woo is gone. Where? Don't ask. You don't want to know. In the car, Amara trembled. You killed him. I protected you by killing someone. Yes. And I do it again. Without hesitation, Tae-hyun held her face. You're my line. The thing I can't lose. And anyone who touches you dies. Simple as that. That's not love. That's possession. It's both. And you knew that when you kissed me. I didn't know. You felt it. You felt I was danger. And you kissed me anyway. He was right. Amara knew since that first predator smile that this man was different. I can't live like this. She said with violence, with fear, then leave me. I'll protect you from afar and you go back to your safe life. And if I don't want to leave you, then you accept who I am and stay. And I guarantee no one ever touches you again. Amara spent a week deciding away from Tae-hyun, but his security always there. Invisible but present. She researched, learned about the Im family, generations of crime, but also protection, communities that depended on them, order, chaos. It wasn't black and white. It was gray, complicated. She went to him. I decided and I stay, but with conditions. What conditions? No violence near me. Don't involve me in the business. And you try to get out. Legitimize eventually. 2 of those 3 I accept, but getting out completely will take years, maybe a decade. Then work on it, because I can't love a man who doesn't try to be better. And if I try and fail, then at least you tried and that's worth something. Tae-hyun kissed her. You make me want to be better, even knowing I might never succeed. Years later, they married. Small ceremony, private, and Tae-hyun kept his promise, slowly legitimizing businesses. Not all, but parts. Do you regret it? He asked. Kissing me? Every day I ask myself something, Amara said. What? How a drunk midnight kiss became. The love of my life? And the answer. That sometimes the right mistake is better than the perfect choice. They stood on their terrace overlooking Seoul, city lights stretching forever. I was dangerous, he said. I still am, but less. You're trying. That's what matters. Because you asked me to. Because you stayed when everyone said to run. Because you sat in my living room that morning and gave me a choice. Real choice. Even though you could have forced. I don't force what I love. I protect it. And you protected me. Even when it meant changing who you were. Tae-hyun pulled her close. You kissed the wrong man at midnight. Or exactly the right one. Sometimes you kiss a stranger and discover that danger is exactly what your soul needed. What did you think? Would you have kissed a stranger at midnight? Comment, subscribe, and remember, sometimes danger is exactly what the soul needs.